Welcome back. Today's class belongs to the Unit 2. It is Present Perfect. Unit 2 from the A2 level. The present perfect tense has the following structure. Subject, the auxiliary verb have or has, which is in Spanish haber, and the verb in the past participle form or be3 verb. This tense is used to talk about experiences in continuing or ongoing periods. For example, you can say, I have taught Spanish to many students. This is my experience in my teaching career, and I'm still a teacher. Andrea has visited Tunja 4 times. This is Andrea's life. She is still alive. They have seen 2 movies this week. This week is not over. Maybe today is Friday. And that happened between Monday and Wednesday. Also, I can show you how would it be the different type of sentences. For example, in a question could be, have you taught Spanish? Have you taught Spanish is a yes, no question. So you need to answer whether with yes or not. Yes, I have taught Spanish to many students. No, I haven't taught Spanish before. No, I have never taught Spanish. Or could be, has Andrea been to Medellin? This is another yes, no question. So you can answer, yes, Andrea has been to Medellin 4 times. No, she hasn't been to Medellin. By last, I'm showing you a WH no question. WH question is an information question. How many movies have they seen this week? They have seen 2 movies this week. They haven't seen any movie yet. You can also use this tense to mention recent actions or events. For example, I have finished my homework. I'm not mentioning at what time. Arturo has lost his glasses. I'm not mentioning when it happened because the important thing is that he doesn't have his glasses. The police have arrested a young man in connection with the robbery. There was a robbery in the neighborhood recently, and now the police have a young suspect in custody. The exact time of the arrest is not important. So we use the present perfect for events at an indefinite time before now. For example, I've been in Asia. I haven't been in Madrid. You've done a lot of things. You haven't gone hiking. We've had a lot of opportunities. We haven't saved enough money. They work in Cali. They haven't traveled in North America. He's spent his salary. In this case, he is contracted with the form has. He has. Take into account that it isn't, he is. No, he has. It's the contraction in here. He is spent his salary. He hasn't written good essays. So in affirmative sentences, we can mention you have spent all my money. This same sentence in a negative form could be you haven't spent all my money. Have you spent all my money? He has eaten fruit for 2 months. He hasn't eaten fruit in 2 months. Has he eaten fruit for 2 months? They've bought cars since 2012. They've not bought cars since 2012. Have they bought cars since 2012? You can also use frequency adverbs in the present perfect tense. For example, I've always wanted to study Italian. We've gone sailing twice. Always is an indefinite frequency adverb, and twice is a definite frequency adverb. So you need to take into account the place of that type of words in the sentence. Indefinites are placed between have and the be3 verb, and definite at the end of the sentence. She's never tried before. Also, notice how people use been and gone to talk about travel destinations. I've been to Paris. I went and came back. She's gone to Paris. She's still in Paris. How can we use since, for, and in? Well, it is used for all of them are used for direction, duration, but each of them has a specific use. For example, use since with points in the time. That is, I've studied English since 2016. Use for and in with periods of time. He's sold clothes items for 5 years. But you can use in only in negative statements. For example, they haven't traveled to the beach in years. So you have in here an example. More than an example, it's an exercise that you need to practice. We have 3 conversations, number 1, number 2, and number 3. And you need to put in the blank space, how would it be want plus always, never plus want, always plus be, also not with the verb see, the verb be, the verb go, the verb not and try, and never and do. Please let me know the answers. You can comment below this video or send me a message with the answers. Also, you can practice with other classmates with this type of questions. What have you always wanted to do? This could be a likely answer. I've always wanted to backpack across South America. I've always wanted to go to Machu Picchu. I've always wanted to see the Patagonian. So talk about these things. Why haven't you done them? What has stopped you? You can also practice with the following questions. Talk about something you've always wanted to buy. Talk about a place that you've never been to but would like to visit. Talk about something you've always wanted to learn or how to do. Something else you've always wanted to do. Or someone you've always wanted to meet. You can practice also with the following exercise. This exercise is a translation exercise. You have a reading, read it carefully, and try to translate the full article into Spanish. You can discuss with your teacher what were the adaptations that you made during this translation. And also, you can practice with the following listening. So pay attention.
Page 19. Lesson D. Travel blogs. 2. Listening. A Traveler's Adventures. A and B. Listen to Suzanne's friends talk about her trip to New Zealand.
So, yeah, I guess Suzanne is having a really fun trip in New Zealand. Have you read her blog?
No, I didn't know she was writing one. So what's she doing?
Well, yesterday she went hang gliding. She says she was really scared.
Was she? I'm not surprised. You know Suzanne. She's always been scared of trying anything new.
Yeah, fortunately she was with a friend, she says. They took them up in pairs, so...
Huh. So, did Suzanne meet up with her relatives? Her mom has some family there. She wanted to spend a couple of days with them.
She did? Actually, yeah, she did say her aunt and uncle were there. I think she stayed at their house. That's right, she said she's been hiking and stuff like that with them.
Yeah? Nice. So what else has she done? Has she been up in the north? I heard the hot springs are really amazing up there.
Yeah, I think she actually went in them. Anyway, she's taken a lot of photos, and they're on her blog. Amazingly, they're pretty good photos. I mean, you know what she's usually like with a camera. Her photos are usually terrible.
I know. Well, good for her. I'd love to go to New Zealand. I've never even been out of the country.
You haven't? Me neither.
Okay, with this audio, we can discuss a traveler's adventure. This was Suzanne's friends talk about her trip to New Zealand. And in here, I need you to answer the questions. We have in the number 1, how does Suzanne's friends know about her trip? Does Suzanne like to try new things? What family does Suzanne have in New Zealand? Did she met with them on her trip? What are Suzanne's photos like? Why are her friends surprised? Have Suzanne's friends travel a lot? So once again, you can comment below this video, or you can send me your answers.